What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ryu coming at you with another clothing brand video today, man. Today's video, man, we'll be going over how to actually start a brand in 2025 profitably, correctly, stuff like that. And a little bit of myself. I own a brand called Evolving Studios. I've done it for about a year and a half now. I've My best month has been around a 10K month, and I've grown my followers to about 1.5K, which isn't that much, but I am going to go in depth in this video to explain why followers really doesn't mean as much as it meant like last year or 2 years ago. And yeah, man, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is find a name and logo. Things you're going to want to do to help you find a name and logo. I know a lot of people that take a month, 2 months to find a name and logo, but it really shouldn't take that long, honestly. If you ask yourself these certain questions, it really will make it that much easier for you to find a name and logo for yourself. So things you're going to want to ask yourself is, define your brand identity. What that means is basically like, what is your brand about? Is it about, luxury? Like, what's the vibe of the brand? Does it give like, for example, like Stussy? Stussy gives like a skateboarding vibe, luxury streetwear vibe. When you ask yourself, what vibe do I want to give off to my customer? What do I want to sell? Things like that. When you ask yourself those questions, I'm not gonna lie, low key, a name comes faster than you think. So when you really, when you have a target audience, when you have people that you want to sell to, when you answer the question, oh, I want my brand to be about this, I want my vibe to be like this, bro, the name and the logo is gonna come up. Trust. Ask yourself those three questions. What's my brand identity? What do I want my brand to be about? And what aesthetic and vibe do I want to give off to my brand? Once you answer those three questions, bro, it should really be like it should really be like pretty easy to find your name and logo. I'm not gonna lie, because I answered those three questions myself, and it was pretty easy for me to find my name, and that's what helped me, and I think that will help you guys too. So yeah, it's finding a name and logo should be pretty straightforward. Ask yourself those three questions again, and go from there. The next thing you want to do, obviously, is once you get your name and logo, the next step is to design the mock-up. Design the mock-up. There's always options on. There's two options here. You could design it yourself, or you could pay a designer. Personally, what I recommend you guys do is to pay a designer, unless you guys are experienced in designing stuff in Procreate and Photopea. If you guys aren't experienced in it, I'm not gonna lie, the designs are gonna come out trash. No one's gonna like your designs if you never designed before. It's really not worth it. You're gonna make a design for about an hour, 2 hours. You're gonna think it's nasty, and you're gonna post it, whatever. You're getting no likes. You're gonna be like, bro, what's going on, bro? Just pay a designer. If you, I'm guessing, since you are coming into the clothing brand owner, you want to be a clothing brand owner. Um, you must have a creative brain. I would hope so. So, if you pay a designer, bro, and you have a good idea of what you want yourself to look like, maybe you can't make it come to life, but he can because he's a designer, and you could find a designer on Instagram. These Instagram designers, they're good, they're fine, bro. Honestly, and these are some of the right here. These are some of the people I've used personally that they are really good. They usually make designs come to life, and they're pretty reasonable with the prices. They are around $40 to $70, but depending on how hard the design is, it's really negotiable. And yeah, so we got to design the mock-up. So we got to find our name and logo, design the mock-up. And also, when you get the mock-up, if you either make it yourself or a designer, you pay an Instagram designer, always either make a tech pack or get a tech pack with it. And I'm going to say more once we get to that slide with the manufacturers, why you need the tech pack. All right, man. The slide that everyone be asking me about, how to find a manufacturer. This is honestly the easiest thing ever. It's really trial and error. You could get lucky and get one godlike manufacturer, but honestly, it is trial and error. I could say during my year and a half doing the clothing brand business, I've gone through maybe like 5 to 7 different manufacturers, literally, and getting bulk orders from different, like 5 to 7 different ones. I have one that I like a lot now, but honestly, with these manufacturers, it's hard to find one really good one. But so to the manufacturer, how to find a manufacturer? You really want to stay on Alibaba. You don't want to get Instagram, Pakistan manufacturers from Instagram. Those manufacturers suck. They're weird. Their quality is trash, and they're very unprofessional. So yeah, definitely stay away from Pakistani manufacturers. If you buy from them, bro, you could get scammed. It's a mess. So I would definitely stay away from them. And when you go on Alibaba, let's say you're trying to find a boxy fit T-shirt, right? All you would do is go on Alibaba.com on your computer or your phone, and you would just type in on the top. Let's say you're looking for a T-shirt, you would put boxy fit T-shirt, right? A bunch of manufacturers will come up, and you'll see a bunch of manufacturers. Okay, it'll say verified. That's what you want to stay with, the people that say verified, because 100% you won't get scammed. You'll just scroll down, you look at their pictures, you'll text around 5 to 7 different manufacturers, right? And whenever they get back to you, you tell them, you send them your design and your tech pack whenever your designer gives that to you, or if you make it. Because with these manufacturers, you need the tech pack. Because if you don't have the tech pack, they're not going to make the design how you want. And then, bro, with these manufacturers, you have to be very specific, literally, very specific. So once you text these people, you just say like, oh, can you make the design? You send them your design, they'll text back to you, they'll probably say yeah. Then you ask them, oh, can you please show me designs you've done for other brands? And they'll show you brands that they've done designs for. And a good thing to do is, if let's say the trends right now are like rhinestones, things like that. If they're making the clothes how kind of the trends are, that this manufacturer knows how to make the clothes how people like how the trends are, if that makes sense. So I would definitely water. Yeah. Oh, what was I saying? I'm sorry. So you text 5 to 7 of them, right? You text, and then you ask them for pricing. You ask them for all that. How much is it for the sample? What are your turnaround times? What is your MOQ? That's very important, since you are a small clothing brand owner. You want to ask them what their minimum order quantity is, because a lot of manufacturers start from 50 to 100 pieces that you need to get for the bulk order. So let's say you just get the sample, you love the sample, and you forgot to ask them what their minimum order quantity is, and then they hit you with, oh, you have to get at least 100 pieces to get the bulk order, if that makes sense. So you always want to ask the manufacturer that too. You ask them what their minimum order quantity is. You ask them what are their turnaround times. What that means basically is how fast are they going to give you your sample, and how fast are they going to give you your bulk order. And once you text 5 to 7 of them, right, and you ask them all those questions, you dim it down to 2 that you like better. They showed you better pictures, they talk to you better, they have maybe better pricing, right? You dim down to 2 different manufacturers that you like the best when you talk to them. Then from those 2, bro, what you're gonna want to do is, let's say you got a t-shirt sample, you're gonna want to get a t-shirt sample from each manufacturer. So you're gonna want to get a t-shirt manufacturer from A, and a t-shirt manufacturer from like B manufacturer, if that makes sense, like 2 different manufacturers. Whenever you receive it in like 1 to 2 weeks, you review them, you review the quality, you see how it feels, and then from there, bro, you just pick the better manufacturer, of course, the one that has a better quality, and you go from there. It's pretty straightforward, bro. If that didn't make sense, I did make a video about how to find a manufacturer and how to talk to them in one of my previous videos, one of my first videos I made. But I could make an updated one in 2025, how to speak to manufacturers. But yeah, that's pretty much how you find a manufacturer. It's not really that hard. Don't overcomplicate it. It's really simple, honestly. And the next step that you guys are gonna need to make sure is, once you guys get your name and logo, you got that all squared away. You got your design and tech pack. You sent it to the manufacturer. You found the manufacturer that you like. The next thing you're gonna want to do while the production's happening with your sample, you want to start making your website. So when you want to make your website, of course, you want to use Shopify. You shouldn't be using no other app. Shopify is the best one. And websites to take inspo from. Really, a website that I love that I took inspo from was flowar.la.com. That's probably one of the best websites I've seen. The websites that you want to really make now are very like clean, minimalistic. You don't want too much going on. You want it to be clear and simple, because if you make a website with black background, a lot of animations, one, it makes your website slower, and 2, it just makes your website look weird and not professional. I would definitely recommend getting professional pictures just for your website if you can afford it. And also, Also, when you have your website and you create your password page, what that means basically is when your website is closed and you're collecting SMS subscribers. Um, I'll definitely download an app called Postscripts. That's like the best one. That's the one I use. It's pretty straightforward and it's friendly, like it's a beginner friendly. So I'll definitely recommend downloading Postscripts and Shopify, and definitely take inspo from flowwire.la.com. That website, if you make that website exactly how he has it, bruh, your website will be good, and you'll increase your sales whenever you do drop. So yeah, making a website isn't that hard, but if you guys do want a more in-depth video on making the website, like from start to finish, I can definitely do that for you guys. But this video was to really just show kind of step by step, and not going really in depth of like each slide, because that would have took forever. But yeah, making the website is pretty straightforward though. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. If you have someone else to kind of not copy and paste, but copy and paste. There's nothing wrong, bro, with like, there's nothing wrong with if something's working, but you could change it a little bit, of course, but don't change it OD, because it might not work. Just follow what's already winning. All right, the next thing you want to do, bro. So once you made your website, all right. So once I'm gonna go over everything again. Once you got your name and logo, you design your mock-up, you sent it to your manufacturer, you made your website already, bro. If you got those 4 things, you're good. Now you're in marketing. The 2 manufacturers have sent you your samples. So now, of course, you're gonna see what 2 samples are better. Whatever sample is better, you're gonna proceed to get the bulk order from the manufacturer that you think is better. And when you market your samples, bro, of course, optimize Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels are going crazy right now, but it is different than like TikTok. Like, it's certain videos that you have to make for the Reels to go crazy. Understand what kind of content you're posting on. Because if you're posting on like TikTok, content is really good for like slideshows and stuff like that with like trending sound. But Instagram Reels, of course, it can't be a slideshow. It has to be a full video, so it has to be more kind of thought out, and more thought out, more better. But I'm sorry, I'm just trying to move this. Could just put this here. But yeah, definitely understand what kind of content you're posting on which platform, because it does matter. Because if you post like like I said, like a type of TikTok content will not work on Instagram, and if you post a kind of Instagram content on TikTok, it won't work. You kind of have to know what the algorithm / audience likes on these platforms. It's different. And also, when you do get your samples, I would definitely recommend sending it to influencers, small influencers on IG. Have around 5 to 20K followers. You message them saying, "Yo, I want to send you my brand." They'll either text you or they won't. Some of them will. It's more of a numbers game. You send a message like to 10 people, and maybe like 2 people message you back. But yeah, content on TikTok and Instagram. Of course, you're gonna know if the audience messes with it. And if the audience messes with it and you're getting a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, if you get comments, even like 10 comments with people saying fire and they're random people, bruh, the piece that you made is fire. People don't be commenting. So if people comment on your post, you get like, let's say, even 2 to 3K views. That's not bad. You don't have to get 50K views, 100K views to think your product is good. If you get around 2K to 10K views and a good 10 to 15 comments, maybe like 1 to 200 likes on any platform, that's good. That means the product is good. Yeah. And of course, that's when you want to proceed, talking with the manufacturer, going over pricing, and getting almost, you're gonna market your sample for about a week or 2, or 2 to 3 weeks, right? You're gonna see how good it does. If it does really good and it performs good, the videos are performing good, a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, people saying, "Yo, when you're dropping that, you want to get the bulk order, talk to the manufacturer, and go from there." And of course, while you're making those samples, while you're marketing your samples, you want to have your website closed for your password pages to collect SMS subscribers. It's always good to start off with around 2 to 300 SMS subscribers. if you try to build up to that, it'll be that much easier for you to sell out on your first drop, because SMS, help you out a lot if you have around 200 to 300. Because I think the return rate on SMS is like, let's say you have like 300 SMS, like at least 20 to 30 people. No, I'm sorry, like 15 to 30 people are most likely to buy. So if you think about that, in your beginning drop, you're probably gonna get like 40 to 50 pieces. So if you could just get off maybe 30 sales off your first only SMS, you'll sell out, bro. Trust. It's really like, once you understand the clothing brand, it's really simple. It's really not that hard, honestly. It's really easy, bro. And yeah, man, once you get the samples, your marketing, everything going crazy, bro, you're gonna drop it. Of course, you don't want to go with pre-made. I mean, you do want to go with pre-made. You don't want to go with pre-order. If you do pre-order, you're not gonna get sales, especially if you're a new brand owner. You only maybe have 200, 300 followers on Instagram, TikTok. Like, you're really a nobody. So why would someone pre-order something from you and wait a whole month to get something when it's like, there's no really there's no really desire to get it, because you haven't built a vibe, you haven't built an aesthetic, you haven't built really a crazy demand, and you're really a nobody. So yeah, definitely do a pre-made when you do get a pre-made. I mean, when you do get the bulk order, get a pre-made. You can start off small, get like 40, 50 pieces, or even 30. Some manufacturers do as low as 30 MOQ, meaning 30 pieces. And yeah, man, once you market your sample, everything goes good. When you market your sample, don't just take the videos on the floor with your clothes, bro. Go outside, and whatever vibe you want to go off, you want your brand to give off, bro, make videos off that. At the end of the day, if you're thinking to be in this clothing brand industry for a long time, like Dior, Louis Vuitton, like, bro, they built a vibe around their brand. They built a luxury. This is why they can sell a shirt, bro, for $500. A shirt that literally costs $20 to make in China. Like, it's because they built a vibe and an aesthetic and a desire for their brand. So once you understand what you want your aesthetic to be, and you start working on that now when you're small, bro, you're gonna, once you grow, you're gonna build a real community. You're not gonna just build one-time followers. And you're gonna build the people that mess with your vibe, mess with your brand, mess with the aesthetic. They're gonna stay. But if you just put the clothes on the floor, take videos, like, you might get a couple sales like that, but the design has to be really nice. And at the end of the day, you're only gonna really get one-time customers. And to be in this for the long game, you do want to have, of course, returning customers, of course. But yeah, man, that was pretty much everything I had to go over with you guys today. If you guys did enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bro.